biological connection. She's, I guess, 13 or 14 generations up my tree line on my maternal side.
What other messages does she have for you?
Listen to my dreams. Don't be scared to look stupid. The people that are going to think that I'm crazy, you're going to think that I'm crazy anyway. There's no controlling that. So I might as well just go to where I need to go and move on to the next chapters and the next paragraphs in the story.
She knows a lot about you.
Yeah. She's also telling me that I try to explain too much. Like as if I just put in a couple more words or descriptives or whatever, that it's going to achieve some goal. And she's saying no. That you just got to be who you are. And the people that love you are going to love you. And the people that are going to hate you are going to hate you. And the people that want to hear your message are going to hear the message. And it just is what it is. But that I constantly belabor every point, and I say what could be said in one sentence, I take 25.
It reminds me of someone. And is she talking about in all of your life, or is she talking in certain aspects of your life?
Most aspects of my life, but in particular trying to promulgate this message or get to being in the zone of being who I feel that I know that I am.
And what is your message, CW?
My message is very simple. Listen, you can't destroy religion. It's not going anywhere. This is just what people do. So you might as well find a way to de-weaponize it. And I found a particular way. And if people want to do it too, that's great. And if they don't, that's fine too. But it's just like a bird flying. It's just I'm figuring out that these are what these wings are for. This is what my mouth is for. This is what my brain is for. This is what I'm here to do. Whether it's successful or not, whether I make convert 1 or convert 0, I'm here to be a crazy religious cult leader. But it's a pejorative. I'm not here to be a cult leader. I'm just here to be that zany. Do that dance.
Oh, very good. And since she knows so much about you, you wanted to really find out how long you were in the hospital, because your parents say one thing and you recollect 3 different holidays. And like I said before, I think I understand that, but maybe she can elaborate on that even more, please.
I think they're in denial. I think that to know and understand how sick that I was would be scary. So better to just understand that as something smaller. But
is it something of the past, or is it something that still affects you, and that's what their fear is?
No, it's in the past.
Understood.
Though my body still bears the scars, it's in the past. I don't think that everything that happens affects us and leaves a mark and has some sort of balance. But I don't feel. I feel that I recovered. But no one owns the experience and no one owns the timeline. And it doesn't have to be that I'm right and they're wrong. I can know that I was in the hospital for as long as I know that I was there. And they can understand the data differently. It's no big look.
Understand. So that she's giving you this information, is this correct?
Yeah.
And who is the Miracle Man?
The Miracle Man is a trickster. The Miracle Man is... I can't treat the Miracle Man like the greeter. I can't treat the Miracle Man like Maria.
Now, is Maria the one who's giving you these answers, or are you still... I'd like you to ask her and just see what she says. Maybe she'll use different adjectives than you.
No, she's saying he's some sort of else. He's some sort of, he's a temptation. He'll give you what you want, but he's a reverse guide. He's not there to take you and show you and help you along your journey. He's there to get you to go on his journey.
And that's where your guardians step in and try and divert you in another direction?
Well, the big man, he just sees it for what it is, and it's all just journeys. There's no tragedy, there's no comedy. It's all just happening. He's at unity and one with the universe.
And what about your guide? What does she do whenever? Because obviously it means something if you ask, who is the miracle man? And so now they're presenting it to you. And so I'm just asking, what are their roles? Your guardian.
I have volition, and I have freedom of choice.
Yes.
So if I choose to go with Miracle Man, they don't have a, it's not that they don't have a right, but it's like the rules of the game. The code won't allow them to interfere with my choice.
Your free will.
They can only act within the confines of the game.
Excellent. Excellent.
They're telling me that Miracle Man is outside the White Pyramid. He desperately wants in. Ooh, I can see him.
How does he come? What does he look like? How does he manifest?
A small head. He's looking at me.
You're totally protected.
Right. He is a small thing inside of a large, mechanized bodysuit. His bodysuit is as big as Swimple, but he's not that big. He has made himself as big as Swimple. You know what I mean?
Yes. And
he's had to build this machine, this technology to get that size.
And you're in that beautiful pyramid of light that totally protects you. And would you like to address the Miracle Man?
I would.
I'd like you to address him and ask him, what's up? Why is he at you? What's his intentions? And I believe he must tell the truth.
Says he's just here because I want him to be here.
So is he an anomaly that you've created with your actions?
I chose him with the exact same energy and off the exact same checklist or menu options as I did when I found Swimple. Everything has got a balance. Everything has to have a shadow. Everything has to have an alternative resolution to the question. The one must have a zero, the yes must have a possible no, or then choice doesn't exist.
You must have contrast in order to have experience. I understand that. And is that for your physical manifestation? Or for the purpose of duality or the illusion of duality from source? Ask your guide.
I resonate. I don't even need to ask because the voice comes from within.
Oh, very good. Then
That
go ahead.
says that I have chosen to know and understand that everything resolves to unity at the end.
Excellent.
And that the plus and the minus, the black and the white are just metaphors and images and paints to create a painting.
Excellent.
This painting that we call existence and consciousness
Excellent.
and play. And that if I was resolved to unity or chose to be resolved to unity, I'd already be there. But I'm still existing on multiple planes and in multiple dimensions. And I'm still enjoying the fact that though I understand that I can flip the lights on and make the darkness go away at any point, and that I could choose to end the adventures. I choose to keep on adventuring. I can choose to keep on existing, not just at the level of understanding that everything that resolves into ultimate unity, right? The Big Bang before the Big Bang, right? Everything as one. That I choose to not only understand at that level, but that next two level, that the binary distinction, and then also in this physical existence where everything, the ones and the zeros go through all their possible manifestations, combinations, and machinations to make all the colors of the rainbow, and all the people that we exist with, and all the species of animals, and all the sub-elements and quarks and neutrons, all the manifestations of the code.
Excellent. How does this feel to be able to access this information, CW?
Kick-ass awesome.
Very good. How were you connected with Hank? How did that come about? Were you led to me?
We were led to each other. Just like droplets of water going into a hole. Water seeks its level and gravity takes you where you need to go. And everything comes together in the dance. And even the mind that would perceive it as us putting a metaphor or a myth onto happenstance and chance, we choose to say whether it's happenstance and chance. And I choose to say that it happened for a reason.
Well, yeah, I don't believe in mistakes or coincidence in any way, shape, or form. But I was just asking because you're in a much more enlightened state than natural, and so very good. And what about Sam and Phil and Shane? What's going on with Shane right now, may you ask? And the biggest question.
He's smart. He's doing his thing. He's got to do his thing in his own time. And I can't Shanghai him. I can't knock him out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And make him do what I want to do. He just is who he is.
And how are you?
It's like a tree that's like grown into the center of a rock. Whether it lives or dies there, it'll never survive if I try to cultivate it or cut it out or move it to someplace else. It just is who he is.
How are you connected with all of these online personalities that you associate with? Do you know each other from other existences, other timelines, other expressions of yourself?
That's the way it feels. And I don't care who makes fun of me. That's the way it feels, and that feels okay.
And who do you think would make fun of you? Anyone who happened to hear this particular session that we're doing?
The atheists, the skeptics, and the non-believers.
Other aspects of ourselves who are a part of, playing their game in the anomaly.
I allow for them being correct in their world. I have found, Hank, I fucking did it. I hacked the system, brother. I did it. I am an atheist, and I'm not an atheist. I'm a skeptic, and I'm a true blue woo-woo believer. I've broken through. It's amazing. I'd say, it's true.
This is what my job is, CW. That's why we do these things. That's why I seek you guys out and open up those doors so you can really get a large aspect of who and what you are, even though you innately know. But this is sort of nice, though, isn't it? Would you say?
It's amazing.
Excellent. And what about Phil? I want you to go back in time to confront the shadow creator. Who is the shadow creator? And
Phil is the shadow creator.
Go ahead and elaborate. Remember what we're doing here.
The universe presents you with options. And sometimes it seems as though the universe is happening to you. And that's a beautiful thing. This guy is, he's like a snipe hunt. It doesn't matter if the creature's mythological. The interaction of the dance is still, even if it's just happening in his head, it's not that it's not real. And it's not that he needs to stop doing it. You know, there's no reason to play chess, right? Playing chess doesn't put food on the table necessarily. Playing chess doesn't make you breathe easier necessarily. It doesn't do anything. It's a game, but it's still a beautiful game.
Exactly. It's a way to have fellowship, which is really important, which is why we splintered in the first place, to have association, to have relationships.
Yeah, I can dig it.
So why did Roger's phone ring this morning?
That's just the universe coming into line, and it's like the little gnomes that the ductworks and it's like building a new house, and then you got to connect the house to the plumbing system. Depending on which contractor gets there first, the electricity might turn on before the water might turn on before the electricity. It was just a symptom of the universe that things were coming together, and then that glitch just kind of came together. Someone from the other side had to ping the system to make sure that it was coming online correctly, or it was working.
You said maybe, but I'm saying it was you. You created that glitch. You created that experience. How do you feel about that?
That's dangerous.
Okay.
I feel like that's miracle, man. Yeah.
So you don't feel like you're not coloring or writing your script whatsoever? Or do you feel like you're at the mercy of something else that's guiding you or making things happen?
The winemaker is not the adversary of the alcoholic. But the alcoholic, knowing who they are, must refrain from partaking of the artwork, the mastery of the winemaker. Though the mastery of the winemaker is a beautiful thing, though the mastery of the brewer is to be celebrated, it's to be celebrated by some people and not the alcoholic.
Well, who's speaking?
Diabetic must refrain from the candy maker's wares. And I gotta stay away from Miracle Man.
Okay, that's totally understood. And is this coming still from your inner self, or is this... I'm just guiding you through.
Yeah, there's no internal, there's no external. I'm at one with the guides and the guardians. I'm at one even with Miracle Man. I'm at one with you. It is what it is. And I just know and understand that, yeah, I choose not to interface with that data stream. Knowing what I know about myself, I chose not to read the horror novel at midnight before I go to bed. I just know that I'm impressionable, and I say, it was the machine gnomes of the universe, the little subroutines putting it together, rather than me.
Understood. And so, do you believe that you're hurting or you're helping the community with your actions online?
I'm helping.
Elaborate, please.
by going to and being who I am.
Does it give others
The journey, everybody, here you go. For every set, the beauty of the universe is its conservation of energy. Not everyone needs 1,008 individual characters to be in their play. We can simultaneously share each other. So, though I dance before two different sets of eyes, I can be on my journey and the witnessing of my journey from these other two perspectives. There's no right or there's no wrong, though one might see a comic fool and one might see a mad scientist, bad guy, right? And I, by experiencing both of their, by being confronted with both of their visions of me, am informed and see their dance. And the only thing that we can do is to try and let go of our attachments and try to see things, or allow to see things, from everybody's perspective. You know,
does it give them an opportunity to choose who they are in relationship to who you are and what you're saying or how you're presenting yourself?
Sure. You know?
Very good. And what about that glowing teardrop? You had a desire to see that.
Yeah.
Sam's experience. Can you, maybe the big guy can guide you back?
It was 100% real. It actually happened. No one gave the kid any drugs. He saw what he saw. It was real. It happened. It was freaky bizarre.
Can you observe it from your state right now?
I'm in the room. I can see the guy.
Oh, very good. And just go ahead and whatever information you'd like to share.
There was a lot going on in the house. And the kid needed to get away. And going to a separate space wasn't enough. And his guardian angels knew that it wasn't enough. And so they created this experience to distract him and to put him on a path towards something else. And the path towards something else is something else.
Ah, excellent. Does it, how does it feel to be able to experience that and to see this?
It's really fucking cool.
Excellent. You know, there's a fictional place called Springfield, and there's a show called The Simpsons. And I would love for you to be able to create this scenario and experience it, if you will.
Baby, I'm already there.
Very good. And I want you to just go ahead and enjoy yourself. Tell me what's going on.
I'm walking down the sidewalk, and the simple act of doing that is amazeballs. It's not CGI. You know, in the difference in the translation of visual images in arts, there's the cel-shaded two-dimensional image made of paint and ink, and then there's this stereotypical CGI, artificial three-dimensionality. And I can't describe it other than to say that I'm there.
Let's get to lucid
in the sense
then.
that I'm working through three-dimensional space in a cartoon.
How lucid is it?
As lucid as all get out.
That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Remember what Maria said. Lots of adjectives for just one simple thing to say. But I like that about you, though, for real. I love it, I love it. I would love for you to actually go to Homer Simpson's home and see Bart and Lisa and Marge and the dog and, you know.
I'm at the front door.
Ah, very good. And I want go ahead and let's knock and see who answers.
It's Bart.
Hmm.
Who the hell are you?
Tell him who you are.
CW Chanter.
What's his response?
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Just tell him you want to see Homer. Please.
Is Homer home? He says, of course he's home. It's a weekday. And then, okay, there's Homer. He says, hello. And I say, hi, I'm here to see you. And he goes, if you're a bill collector, I already paid. I said, no, I'm just new to the area, and I heard you were a guy to talk about. He says, if you're talking about the fireworks, I'm done with that. I said, no, I'm just here on a journey.
Ask him, is he still working for the government? Because I know he has this thing about killing celebrities.
Then he tells me, he goes, this conversation is going in an odd direction, sir, and I'm going to have to close the door now. And Bart says, good call, Homer.
How was that?
I probably should have come up with a better cover story.
I know, I just wanted to give you a quick glance. Would you like to go in again?
No. I like that interaction happened that way.
Excellent. Excellent.
I want to go to the Quickie Mart. Because I want to see what it's like to... I can already feel how this cartoon reality translates into physical sensation. And I would love to drink something.
You're going to be there in a count of 5, 4, 3, halfway there, 2, almost there, and 1. And I think Lisa and Marge are in that store as well right now. Where are you?
The door's open. Oh, it's funny because the door's opened automatically, but I was standing there for so long thinking that it shut again. Let me walk on through. This is a gas. But people are already looking at me like, why is this guy looking at this mundane scene like it matters so much?
Look at yourself. How do you look? Look at your hands. Look at your body. I'm an African American gentleman. I've got the dark skin. Excellent. How old are you?
42.
What's your name?
Bill Simpson.
Ah, very good. You know how you can see your reflection in the some of the windows of where they're keeping the beers and the milk and all that stuff, the drinks. Can you see yourself?
I can.
How are you?
I have a mustache.
Okay.
A green turtleneck sweater and a zodiac medallion. Taurus.
Are you a Taurus in at CW?
No, Malia. No.
Oh, very good. And I want you to go ahead and grab your favorite beverage. What kind of beer does Homer drink?
Duff.
Oh, is there any Duff in there?
You better believe it, baby.
Oh, you gotta have one. Gotta have one. Go pay for it first.
I hope I have some money when I get up there.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
Yeah, there you go. What does the money look like?
Funny money. It's cartoon. It's amazing to me.
Very good.
And Apu's looking at me like, why is this guy staring at money? He knows that he's getting nervous. He goes, he's seen this sort of interaction go sour so many times. He's just looking at me. He takes the money. And I say to him, I said, that's the correct amount, right? And he goes, thank you, don't come again. And he pushes the beer towards me.
So they're a little racist, huh?
I don't know if it's racism. It's the fact that I'm acting like an alien.
Oh, okay. What about Lisa or Marge? Are they in there?
They are. They're just staring at me.
Go ahead and greet them. They'll probably be surprised.
I'm not gonna. I don't. They look concerned.
Okay.
I think it's best if I just if I just get on with this taste test.
Let's go ahead. There's a park bench right around the corner. Just go ahead and sit there.
I'm already there.
Okay.
I've got the brown paper bag around the tall boy. You know, the way that we do.
Yeah, you got to watch out because the officer and they're always riding around there looking for.
There you go.
How was it?
I popped that pull tab. The pull tab comes off. Remember before they had when pull tabs were literal pull tabs, the whole thing would kind of come off?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Push back, pull down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new style. This was the kind that just came all the way off, like, I don't know how to describe it.
Okay.
But,
I remember.
it's ice cold.
Awesome.
It's got a kick to it. So it's a little bit more than, it feels like the Budweiser is a good reference for the taste.
Excellent.
But you can definitely tell that there's a reason why people like it so much. It's got a little bit of it's a little bit more high octane. The alcohol by volume levels, I think, up a notch.
Homer loves it. If you look around,
I gotta tell you, if I could get this stuff at home, I would.
What's that bar that Homer goes to?
Moe's.
Ah, look around. Do you see Moe's anywhere?
I know how to get there. I think it's about 3 or 4 blocks away.
Let's get there quickly. In a count of 3, 2, and 1. Where are you now?
Outside of Moe's.
Each time you make these transitions, how does that feel and how does it happen?
It doesn't feel like a transition. It just feels like I'm like an edited together movie. It's like a jump cut. Yeah, I don't feel. I know that the journey occurred, but I'm not attached to having walked through it, and I'm not attached to needing to recreate the memory, though I know the memory exists and I could remember it and throw it into reverse if I wanted to.
Understood. Sort of like on Bewitched. Boom. Snap your fingers and now you're there.
You're there.
Very good. So, would you like to go in?
Hell yeah.
Go on in.
Tells me it's not BYOB because I still got the tall boy in my hand.
So,
he goes, I could throw that in the glass for you, but I still got to charge you. I said, that'd be fine. He goes, I like you already.
Who else is in there?
Barney.
Of course.
And the guy all the way at the end with the hunting cap. Like a fixture.
Excellent.
Barney's looking down. Everyone's just kind of minding their business. It's, 10 o'clock in the morning. Not a heavy crowd.
I don't know if I remember any black characters in The Simpsons.
There's Carl.
Ah, you're right.
There's Dr. Hibbard.
Okay, there you go. I hadn't watched it in a while. How are you enjoying yourself, sir?
This is a gas. This is the kookiest thing that's ever happened to me. I gotta tell you.
Very good, sir. That was my desire. So I want you to finish that beer up, sir.
Okay. Mug is drained.
Very.
On the countertop.
And I want you to drift and float away from the scene. Just drifting and floating away from the scene. And we're moving back quickly. We're going back to the hotel. Now we're going out of the hotel. You're checking out of the hotel. You're going all the way back to where you started. All the way where you began. And you're drifting and floating from the scene. And now you're standing in front of that beautiful pyramid again. And here comes the gentleman, the blue gentleman who was speaking to you the first time. He wants to escort you to the Akashic Records. Tell me when he's all the way up close to you, please.
He's here.
And let him know what your desire is. He probably says he already knows.
He already knows. He's got the key in his hand.
Oh, very good. So let's go ahead and follow this gentleman or this entity.
We're going up. Going up into space.
Oh, very nice. How does that feel?
Amazing.
Give us a description.
I'm just so amazed because I'm normally so scared of heights, but I'm going up, 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 and I'm not really in any way, shape, or form concerned, even though it's not that my feet point down as if I'm floating. It's like I'm on an invisible elevator.
I'm really happy that everything is so lucid. And do you notice the conversation that we're having while this is actually going on?
Oh wait, this is crazy.
Oh, very good. Go ahead.
Oh my, this is like real.
Hello.
This is crazy.
So
that's amazing. Okay.
Go ahead. Give me some description, sir.
Out of the middle of space, a hole opened up, and a metal like thing came out. I guess it's like an entranceway, and you go inside it, and it takes you up inside into the Akashic Records.
So you're in space, and what, did a vortex open up or something to that effect, or?
Not even. So me and the guide were there, and we were standing. If I look at like 4 o'clock downwards, if I look in a downward to the right direction, there's the planet Earth, and we're up in space, and there's stars and everything, and then approximately 15 feet from us, a hole opened up, black as night.
Sort of like
this thing came down.
Wile E. Coyote?
Kind of. I mean, it just kind of came down. I mean, it just kind of opened up as if, I don't know, it was like, someone opened a trans-dimensional doorway and it just opened up.
Excellent.
This little elevator shaft kind of came down.
You're getting the deluxe tour, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So now that you're inside,
Hank, I'll be totally honest with you. I go crazy places all the time.
in your dreams, or are you when you're meditating, or what?
When I'm meditating, I've seen versions of the Akashic Records, but like at an interface level. Well, everything is always a visual metaphor and interface, but like I trance channel and all that bullshit. I just don't really tell people about it that much.
Well, you just told everyone now.
That's cool. That's free. It's like coming out. You know what I mean?
Well, we've had conversations before, and I could tell you had hidden a whole lot. Which, of course, when you do that with me, always just makes flags go up. I've been discussing you in my mind all day today. See, that energy for me is something is hidden. So when something is hidden, you know what I mean? For me, because I'm very super sensitive, But go ahead and give us a description. We won't go into all that business. What does this place look like?
I'm still walking up into it. It's like the place we're on that now. It's like being below the stage in a theater. You know, there's pipes and wires and mechanics of it, and then we're going up.
Well, that's
And
fairly.
now we're in the main hall, the main library, and it's a big tube-like structure. And it just goes up and up and up. And there's just, where do you want to go? What information is there? And there's choices. There's books. There's scrolls. There's monitors. There's cabinets.
Let's go to the holodeck.
Stones.
There's a holodeck there, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Is the greeter, is he still guiding you?
No, I'm by myself now.
Oh, very
And
good.
And I've just, it's like in a library where there's like those small little study rooms.
Yes.
It's so amazing, but it's so simple. And you go to one of them. They're never filled. There's always a vacancy somewhere. And anybody who needs it and uses it.
It's like the room of requirements in Hogwarts.
I've never seen those movies.
Oh my.
I'll take your word for it.
It's quite awesome. And I've brought people here to the Akashic Records many times. So
There's a pillar, silver and reflective, and on top of it is a small, like steno pad, like a spiral notepad,
mm-hmm.
the kind with the spiral at the top, and it's little. It's one like a memo pad. And I guess I write what I want on the paper, and then there's a little slot, and I put the piece of paper into the slot, and like a card catalog, it's going to give me what I want to get.
So, what do you have a desire to connect to? If you don't, I'd have plenty that you could write on that pad.
No. I know what I got to do.
Very good. So,
I got a question. I'm writing it down.
and are you going to share the question?
Sure. Will I ever stop drinking?
Oh, very good. You mean be specific now. I can tell you one thing. You always have to
I'm not talking about water, baby.
Okay, very good. So I'm just telling you, be specific.
Right. I got a problem, heck, it's, I'm a libertine by nature, my friend. And I treat myself right. So much so, I'm treating myself wrong.
Well, I think you're going to get a face full of perspective here as this question is answered. But when you're ready, just go ahead and put it in and see what the
Put it in and it popped right out. And someone wrote on the other side of it, yes.
Just
exclamation point.
Oh, very good. You have any
I guess
more?
you ask a simple question. I guess you get a simple
answer. Yes. You need to. I think you should write. What will be your motivation for quitting, besides your family? I mean, not besides your family, but
right. I'm trying to grok the rules here. I'm trying to figure out how to get it to give me that same sort of answer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I hope you say you trust me implicitly. You have to be specific, sir. That's what I was trying to say before. Be specific.
How will I stop drinking? When will I stop drinking? Why do I drink?
Are you writing several questions?
I'm thinking about the questions to ask.
What will inspire you to stop drinking? Or what will motivate you to stop drinking?
No, there's a better question. You gotta find it.
You can ask several, I'm sure.
The question really, it's not what will inspire me to stop, it's why do I drink?
There you go.
Let's go with that one. Okay, things are opening up. So we're not going to get just a piece of paper popping back up.
Okay.
I'm in my high school library.
Excellent.
I'm at a high school party. I'm flashing through all these spaces.
Very good.
And then I'm standing in front of my bathroom mirror. Okay, I get it.
You may share.
You can only use your virginity once, Hank, by definition. You might have a litany of other things, little positions you run through, new experiences, but the real thing, that one central experience, certain doors you can only go through once. And I will simply say this. I had an extremely positive initial experience with the self-induced alteration of reality.
Induced by drinking.
Not even. The drinking is if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with.
Oh, so it's a substitute then.
It's just the easiest thing to get your hands on.
And legal.
And legal. You know what it is that